It was late 2023, and I was just sitting on my couch in my living room, thinking about all the different fitness goals that I have for the rest of my life. How do I actually want my body to look like? Of course, there were generic stuff like having visible abs, having a stronger back, having a tougher neck, so that when I experience a car crash, for example, I don't stay on a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I wanted to have stronger forearms, for example. I basically made like a huge list of all the different muscle groups that I want to target, that I wanted the best results from. So I immediately took action and started absorbing knowledge whenever I could find it, whether it was from a personal trainer that my dad hired for me, or if it was just some random video that I found on the internet. Those were very helpful for neck workouts that I'm still using to this day. I implemented everything that I could find. And so, during the winter or spring of 2024, I went absolutely all fucking out. I put exercising as the first thing that I would do in my morning routine when I would wake up at 5 a.m. during the most important time of my entire day, when I would also take care of my mental health, like for example, meditating, gratitude journaling. It was a top priority. And so, as I slowly made myself tougher and tougher, whenever I would slightly curl myself and feel my abs, I noticed that around like October even, before I even started to go all out on this, that my abs finally started growing for some reason. And it was huge. Like I could physically feel some kind of muscle in there, which I haven't felt for a long time in there. And so I kept up the positive momentum. And every single day for the next like 8 months until summer started, I was consistent on it. I was waking up every single day and heading straight to work. And of course, I was still progressively overloading these exercises as well. I was just doing them shallowly and constantly the same. I was slowly building them up like a linear graph, which I still do to this day. And trust me, it was a lot of fucking fun. Not just from the feeling of finally seeing some kind of progress on my body, some tangible progress that I could literally touch with my bare hands, but the mental one that I was out competing most of my competition that was still asleep. 99% of all my peers, they have, hmm, they most likely have one of the biggest belly buttons that you can imagine. They're most likely just skinny fat, and they wake up at like 7 a.m. And yet here I was at 5 a.m. out competing the fuck out of them. That was such a huge motivation drive. You literally need to just be there to experience it. And so I was tunnel visioning the fuck out of this goal. I was looking months, even years into the future for the apps. And eventually I did get them. And I still have them to this day, since I'm working out heavily every single day. And they are fucking worth it, my friend. After like 10 months of waking up at 5 a.m. to exercise them, oh boy, they look absolutely amazing. And it got confirmed to me when we were in Bulgaria a couple of months ago during summer with one of our family friends. He told me that, hey TR, those are some. How did he say it? He said something like, pretty nice abs. He didn't say something like sexy abs because he didn't want it to seem like he was hitting on me. But I got one of the biggest recognition for my goals and for my efforts that I've ever had. The way that you can disappear and reappear as someone completely new, with someone with completely new results that completely outworked and outlasted every single one of your competition, is to pick some kind of a goal that will take you years, possibly even decades to complete, like having the perfect 10 out of 10 body. Then you need to tunnel vision the fuck out of it. You need to basically act like you already have it. But you must still realize that it is still years down the line. So you must split your efforts into nice, even chunks that last days in the meantime. And you must tell yourself exactly how you will work out that muscle group every single day. Which means that, oh, this week I'm gonna do 10 curls every single day. The next week I'm gonna do 12 curls every single week or every single day during that week. And of course, all of this is nice. We've all know this. But what you must realize now is that you must implement this good habit that you're doing. We're gonna use exercising as an example since we've been using it from the start of this video. Basically, you want to find a time in the day where you do exercising consistently on a day-to-day basis. So I'm doing it every single day at around 5 a.m., like give or take 5 minutes, but I'm really consistent on it. I swear. When you find this perfect hour for yourself, whether it is 6 p.m., it could be like 12 a.m. for you, not midnight, I mean like noon. It can be like 8 a.m. for you, or for me, it is 5 a.m. Of course, you could still exercise at a different point in the day. It is just that each and every single one of us is authentically different. And so we all have our different preferences. So you need to discover where this part of the day is for you, where you perfectly feel like doing the good habit. So you must experiment with this. You're not gonna get it on your first try. It took me actual weeks of actually discussing it with myself because until like October of 2023, I was still exercising in the afternoon after I came home from school. But now I do it in the morning. And it took me like weeks to actually figure this out that, oh yeah, Damas, you should do it in the morning. And it was such a huge realization over something so small, but it made a lot of sense. Just sometimes the smallest things, so sometimes the smallest decisions lead to the greatest results. And I've been consistent on my exercising journey ever since. I have never missed a single workout, like at any day. I haven't missed a single gym session excluding the times where I was at vacations, for example. And the last thing that you must remember is that even though you get small sense of delayed gratification from time to time, like you see that app expand just like few millimeters, and now they are slightly bigger than they were last week. Good. Rub it in your face, quite literally, like every single day before you go to sleep, and when you look at yourself in the mirror before you change into your pajamas. Always rub it in your face, the progress that you've been making, not just in the long term, but in the short term also. Of course, it won't be as much of a good feeling as if you already had the perfect abs, but the feeling will still be worth it because it will motivate you to keep going. When you think about good things that you get from progress, for example, and when you remind yourself that your progress actually matters, which is a step that many people forget about, and that's why they fail, you just become an unstoppable machine when you see progress in the short term and in the long term also. But many people forget about the short term. It doesn't just give you the will to continue forward, it also gives you the confidence in the current system that you're implementing for as your workout routine, for example. So that's the main reason why you need to do this. Like, I know it may sound weird, but before you go to sleep and when you look at yourself in the mirror, do some kind of pose, man. Like, you have the right to do it. If you exercised that morning, you have absolutely all the rights in the world to do it. So please, just do it. No one will judge you. In fact, your parents will even admire you. They might make fun of you and pick on you, but who the fuck cares? They're just seeing the progress that you're making, and they're finally recognizing you as a man because they are taunting you. So that's a huge win win. Okay? So this is how you can disappear through any year period and come back successful during summer or either through winter. Depends on what time of the year you're watching this video. So just remember, routines, set clear goals that will last years, decades into the future. Tunnel vision the fuck out of them. Then set some kind of a day where you can, part of the day where you can do them consistently on a day to day basis. Find the perfect time for yourself. And also remind yourself of the small wins. Of course, the abs, they won't look the best, but what matters the most is that you're doing progress. So please, you have the right to do it. So build up the confidence to flex in front of the mirror. Build up the confidence of harnessing that good feeling of having a successful workout that has led into this wonderful sculpture that is you now. You're slowly starting to look like a Greek god, so you deserve to admire yourself, okay? And not just in physical health, but also mental health, for example. When you fix your attention span, compliment yourself. When you become more grateful for the outside world, compliment yourself and remind yourself of how much of a positive person you've become, of how much you've gotten rid of the negative thoughts inside of your head. In the wealth category, so like you're building your online business, just remind yourself of all the different progress that you've been making over the past months. Just remind yourself of the empire that you're building that will retire your family. It's huge. And in the relationships, just look at yourself with the social intelligence that you have now versus yourself from like a year ago or a month ago, for example. If you've been reading books on social intelligence consistently, is a completely another human, right? These tips that we've mentioned in this video apply to any kind of category, whether it is health, wealth, or relationships. I just put it into the wealth and in the subcategory of physical health because that's where it can be explained the best, the most. So I hope you found value in this video. If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like-minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day to surpass you in the race of men, but at the same time, they will give you knowledge and life advice whenever you need it and will have your back, no matter what, and will support you through this journey of having a painful grind over the period of months where you see no progress at all. We will have your back and admire you no matter what. We will put you on the right path. I know that if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action, then you have way more potential than you think you have. So please, stop being held back by the 99% of people and join us on the path towards greatness. We adore men like you. So please, come join us and grow with us into something amazing. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement in your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee you success in the short term and in the long term, and that will completely mend your fucked up mental health that you've been fucking up from all the bad habits that you've been doing, then I highly suggest that you should go check out Timeless Readers Mindsets. It is truly something life changing, and you would be a fool to miss out. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you